Hello everyone, I went to Whistler, attended the summer gravity camp in June 2022. At the time, I was a beginner or low intermediate mountain biker, and when I talked to other beginner mountain bikers, I heard a lot of sayings like, "Oh, I am too new at this sport. I don't want to go to Whistler because I don't want to waste a trip, or I'm gonna die if I go to a big mountain at Whistler. So I want to show you what it's like to ride the Whistler Bike Park as a beginner."
Yeah, I'll go the whole way. And then, do you want to? I was gonna say, yeah.
At the beginning of day one, the instructors will do a bike check just to make sure everyone has relatively correct tire pressure and suspension setup so there won't be any safety concerns. And people are divided into groups based on their indicated riding levels. I signed up as a beginner and got assigned with Katrina and two other students. For the first ride, all the students with instructors mixed in between are going down B line. The point of this ride is for instructors to evaluate the student, make sure they are grouped with similar skill levels between each other. So we don't have a beginner with high intermediate or an expert with an advanced student. So nobody gets bored and nobody gets way too strained throughout the days. For those of you who haven't been to Whistler, Beeline is the easiest blue flow trail. Blue means it's intermediate, and flow trail means, like you're seeing on the screen right now, it's mostly pretty wide. The surface are pretty smooth, and it's aimed for having those bermed corners, so you can take them pretty fast, very smoothly, and have a lot of fun. I have ridden the line many times, but this was my first time of the season, and I was on a rental bike. It's a different bike. I've never ridden this bike. So, plus, I'm not that good myself, so I was riding very cautiously. You don't see anyone ahead of me. It's not because I was leading a team. It was because I was falling behind. You can see I was catching up to the other riders. The more advanced groups already dusted us. My favorite part about these flow trails is that if you are good, you can take them a lot faster. You can clear all the jumps, and if you're like me, pretty new to the sport, you can take them at a leisurely pace. You don't have to go very high on the berms. You don't have to jump any jumps. You can just roll through all of it. So it makes it fun for people across skill levels. this point, Katrina saw enough and she decided that our writing form wasn't correct, and she asked us to stop so she could help the backup, let us stand up and get the muscle memory down what the right form feels like.
Brace against the descent. Good. Elbows out a little bit more for me. Awesome. That is the positioning that I want to see as we're going down. When we go steeper, you're going to bow, so the butt will shift back a little bit as you bow your shoulders down. Yeah, exactly. As we go there, as we go steeper, faster, rougher. Okay? Take a break. Awesome. Now,
and with our form corrected, we continue down the line. Katrina seemed to be very happy with the progress we made within just a few minutes. At this point, we were pretty close to the bottom of the mountain. We took the trail called Easy Does It, which is the easiest green flow trail at Whistler, down all the way to the bottom. And there you have it. We finished our first lap. Last lap, the other student clearly wasn't having a good time. He was very nervous throughout the ride and scared even at some point. So Katrina decided to take us to Easy Does It from the top, just so that he can get more relaxed and can actually learn how to ride.
I've done before.
Thank you. One more for me, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's just keep going for the next crossing.
Okay.
What's that?
Lift those shoulders higher.
Okay.
Yeah, there. Let's stop here because it's a bit of an intersection.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the adjustment. You
Yeah.
may notice that there's not much you can do as the train undulates this way
Yeah,
if you're low.
that's true.
And you're going to make these observations as we carry on down. That's why I yelled. "Lift the higher."
From my heavy breathing, you could probably tell that I was already getting tired, and if you are any experienced mountain biker, you would probably be laughing at me right now because all I had done by that point was some easy green flow or tech trails. But it was mostly because my form wasn't really right, as Katrina has been emphasizing throughout the day. The right form makes riding easier, safer, and more fun. Later on in that day, Katrina took us down to Blue Museum, which is a blue tech trail. This, I would say, was my greatest learning moment of that day.
Right there. I'm gonna bring my bike over here. And then come on over to where I am. And you can tell me, hey, first of all, gut feeling. When you look at this trail here. The rock face to bridge, gut feeling. No big deal?
Yeah, it should be alright.
All right. Alex says should be all right. What's your gut feeling?
I already went down it.
All right.
Survived.
And what did you do to survive?
I was going too fast to see this. This was all one long, narrow
Blur?
bridge.
A long narrow bridge. So
I think if you're going slow, it's going to be more painful.
what will be painful about it?
Because when you're going slow and you make adjustments to steer, you don't steer, you just fall to the side.
Some people
You
do.
need to go.
We certainly, it can certainly work in our favor to carry some momentum for sure.
Yeah.
But what I want to see is, I'm quite tall, eh?
Yeah.
Picking up a little bit of speed.
She's not even leaning back very. So this looks bad, but it's all a lead up to that.
And remember, there's no like must do today, but we're gonna go over it still, right? Go over the how to. So there's a couple things here.
Is that the bypass right
It's you can
here?
kind
No,
of
the bypass is down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking first, like maybe I don't even know what the traction is on this rock, right? So I know I'm gonna come in as slow as possible, assuming that as time goes on, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of speed, but knowing that it's quite like, there's some islands of safety, so there's some places to gather traction control before I get to here, and there's certainly a lot of traction on that dirt. So those are our islands of safety. This is not our island of safety. I'm not going to be able to freeze frame this rock face moment, am I?
No.
No. Probably will go down there with an incredible amount of control, but that's going to depend on the control that I come into it with.
And it looks like you're going to gain a tremendous amount of speed, but obviously people survive it because of the track.
Why don't I do a little demo and talk you through what I'm doing?
Okay.
And then you'll be able to visually see
I'm gonna come over this side.
how setting ourselves up with a brake control will set us up for where we're not able to freeze frame ourselves. Like I know I can't freeze frame myself here, but then I can see there's gonna be more traction right before the steeper part.
What do you mean by freeze frame? I mean,
Just like,
Well, I won't be able to stop you in space right here, whereas I could stop myself in space right there.
okay,
I could stop myself in space on the dirt. So the islands of safety are like
got it.
where you know that you're gonna get that traction.
Hmm.
But again, it's gonna depend on my brake control, which is in combination with my body position, leading up to the more difficult part of the feature. Okay. Lots of front brake. I'm taking a little bit of speed there. Oh, I can complete stop here.
You made it look easy.
I probably could have stopped back there, but I think it's, so I kind of predicted it, right? Yeah, my prediction was right.
Wrong break.
Our position looks fantastic.
Ugh.
Next time I want you to try it again,
Huh?
and I want you to come in with a little bit more momentum only, because otherwise you'll get jammed up within the loose section.
Yeah.
Good, yeah, boxes are fantastic. Momentum too. Use the weight over the front end. Yeah, stay high, you got it. Wonderful brake control, look at that. Yeah!
Oh. Woo!
Good, yes, body position looks fantastic and momentum too. Keep the weight over the front end. Yeah, hips stay high, you got it. Wonderful brake control, look at that. Yeah! You! Nice one!
Wait. Một. Right.
Come back like this, one of the people sit for it. It's like on the top. Yeah, okay. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Fuck.
here, Katrina was shouting at me to stop because Joe almost ran off track. He was looking at the wrong position. He was looking off the trail, and remember, where you look is where you go.
First times are both definitely better.
Yeah, it could be smoother.
I can show you exactly what you did. I can show you what you both did. Let's head over here though. You can let me know what you think you did, actually. Ways to make it better. But let's just double check your bike to make sure that it's functioning properly. Let's go ahead just clean up this and then we'll go over it. Okay. So we're gonna just review. You weren't there.
Now that we stopped out in the open, we had a little bit of debrief. That was a bit of a scare just now, so Katrina asked Joe what he thought happened, and she provided us with some tips so that this kind of incident doesn't
And
happen.
then I actually did a little leap off a rock, which was fun. So that, for me, that was like, oh, look at that.
And then what do you think happened on that rock? Like, why do you think you just went straight instead of actually made the turn?
Well, I didn't remember that I needed to follow the hips, so I didn't know what my missing ingredient was. And second of all, I was kind of trusting that I was doing the braking properly. That's where my focus was.
Right.
And then when I got to the bottom, I didn't know. I didn't do anything.
Grabbed a handful. You grabbed a handful for sure. But then what got you was that you squatted off the back,
Oh,
which
is
is
that what
actually, yeah. So because it's on the front end, did whatever it wanted to make it through the corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then do you know what you did?
So I think I didn't do as well of a job modulating the brake, and then the tire started skidding, and I pinned it a little bit and just like completely stand up straight and started squatting down.
Yeah. You kind of did a similar thing as far as grabbing the handle brake, and then you squatted back.
Yeah.
You squatted back. So that's the only reason why that corner was sloppy. But you can even see the squat. general, okay? This is the position I'm observing,
Okay.
and I want this position. You're here. I
Oh.
want this.
That's pretty much for day one. We were already getting tired, and Katrina didn't want to push her too hard because she didn't want to risk any injuries. At the end of the day, that's usually when crashes happen, when everyone gets tired. We have 3 days together, so it was more important for us to rest up and get ready for day two with full tank.